What is going on, Adventure Nation? In this episode, we get our Shakespeare on and we take a little hike close to home we've never done before. This is the Motorhome Experiment. I don't know if I shot this boondocking spot when we first got here, but this is absolutely spectacular. Probably going to be in our top 5 favorite boondocking spots, I would think. What do you think, Lori?
I love it.
It is a pretty amazing spot. We're about 8 miles from the Bryce Canyon, or Bryce City, and probably 10 miles from Bryce Canyon National Park. But we're actually only about 3.5 miles if you go down this dirt road, and it's a pretty decent dirt road. We took it a couple of times. It's really not bad. You could even do it in most 2-wheel drive cars.
Extremely well-maintained road, and I will say where we were going to go first, closer to the park, we found it in free campsites, in iOverlander, all these different websites and apps, and it's a no-go. And when we called the Forest Service, they told us, like, check out this area, and we did, and love it.
Yeah, and we'll put the GPS in here. It's actually called Dave's Hollow, and the road is Forest Road 88. But as you get closer to the park, yeah, they've got no camping signs on the forest roads there. People were abusing it. We heard that they were leaving fires burning, which is a no-no in the middle of a forest.
Yes.
So don't do that stuff, folks. As you can see here, we had a fire one night. We not only drowned it, we completely buried the thing to make sure that it's out, and that's what you need to do. Make sure there's no smoke on that thing at all.
Because we have been in other places, I know this is going to be too much talking, but we have been in other places where we actually drowned the fire with a lot of water, and we wake
the next
up
morning,
and there's the logs over there, they're gone, so they keep burning.
Yeah. So just make sure you're safe when you're out doing that. Respect these areas so that we get to keep using them. They are national lands, so they are ours to use. We just have to make sure that that we don't abuse it. So with that being said, are you ready to roll?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Time to head back to Vegas.
110-degree weather.
Yeah. Perfect time of the year. Dead in the summer. Go to Vegas. Let's go to the desert. Hang out. All right, I'll meet you up the road. She's going to drive up. We're going to hook up the road. The 2 tunnels on Highway 12 have no markings, so just to be safe, we go right down the middle. Then the fire is still burning up there in the mountains. Then we head up over the mountain, down the other side, and in no time we are in Cedar City, Utah, Festival City, USA. We made it into Cedar City. Lori and I are off to an event. You guys may not know this. I'm a huge Shakespeare fan. And I know everything there is to know about Shakespeare. I don't know anything about Shakespeare. You guys didn't believe that, did you? Know nothing about Shakespeare, but we are in Cedar City, which they call Festival City, home to the Utah Shakespeare Festival. So we're going to see MacBeth. Should be interesting.
Should be fun.
Now, Laura, you on the other hand like this stuff, correct?
I love plays, I love ballet, I love opera, I love all that stuff. We used to do it with my family when I was younger, so I'm into it. Paul, not so much.
We've got the tickets and we're heading inside. This is going to be, I think it's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to try and stay open-minded about it. Of course, everybody knows that you can't go see a Shakespeare play without a fresh, delicious Dr. Pepper.
So classy. I want a glass of wine, but this is Utah.
Yeah, no wine here. Okay, it is the intermission. So far the play has been very good, but the biggest problem is we're having a hard time understanding because they speak English.
What he means is that I am having a hard time because they're speaking Old English.
Well, the Old English is not exactly my forte either. English is barely my forte. Yeah, the Old English stuff is like a little tough for me.
Oh, no.
But play is pretty good. I think we're following it a little bit. MacBeth is a kind of so that's all we're going with now. But
it's kind of beep.
Yeah, and then after the intermission, we'll find out more about the story. The lady said she had a hard time understanding. We are done with the play.
Makes you feel better, like you're
Yeah,
not alone.
well, I wasn't the only one that couldn't understand. I just heard that lady go, I didn't understand a lot of it. So the Old English is a little hard to follow, but it was really, really pretty cool and a great story. And again, yes, MacBeth, not a very nice guy.
But I would say if you're gonna do a play, an opera, or a ballet, like read the story before you actually go and see it.
Yeah.
That will give you a better understanding.
Absolutely, because once we read the program a little bit, then we started to understand a little bit more of what was going on. So that was pretty cool. Lori's saying the next thing I have to do is go to...
We've been to the ballet and we have been to plays. Now the opera is the next one.
An opera. I don't know if I can do an opera. And right in the middle, there was a really super quiet section. And who kicks their Dr. Pepper bottle down the aisle?
Like it was like, yeah, an intense moment. Everybody's quiet. And I was on the ball just...
Yeah, cling. Oh, it was horrible. Horrible. Anyways, now we're walking back to the RV. Hopefully it hasn't been towed by now. And we're gonna head down the road a little bit. We don't know, are we staying? We don't know where we're staying. I guess we're gonna probably find the Walmart.
Probably Walmart National Park.
Walmart National Park, cool. Good morning, everybody. We woke up here at Walmart National Park in Cedar City. I mean, it's not like we didn't know we were gonna wake up here. It's not like we woke up and went, oh my God. We actually pulled in here on purpose last night after the Shakespearean Festival, or the Utah Shakespeare Festival, the playing of MacBeth, and I hear the car alarm going off. Miss Lorena is going to fix that. And we are now heading down the road towards Las Vegas, but we're gonna make a stop along the way at a hike that we should have known about years ago and did, but we never did.
So close to Vegas and we never did it.
Yeah, it's in our own backyard and didn't even know. So I highly encourage you folks to look in your own backyards. There's probably some really cool stuff very close to where you live, and start checking that stuff out before you get out on the road. One other thing I want to mention, people are starting to say, Lori, that they can't hear you, and I try to explain to them that I can't hear you and I'm sitting right next to you.
Do we have to mention that on every video?
Probably every video, because people keep telling me they can't hear you. So down the road we go, and we're gonna bring you guys along with us, if you don't mind. We have arrived at Kanarra Falls in Kanarraville, Utah. Freya's gonna hang out behind us and protect Ozzy while we go do a quick hike. This is a 2.5 mile hike in and out. We were also told that it's likely we're gonna get wet. So we wore our shoes from our Bryce hike the other day that got severely dusty. So when we're done with this hike, they'll be brand new. Awesome. This is a 2.5 mile hike to a waterfall one way, and it's supposed to be pretty spectacular. Similar, not the same, don't freak out if you've been here and you've been to the other, but very similar to the Narrows, where most of the hike is done in the water. So off we go. Oh yeah, by the way, it is $12 per person. Kind of weird for a hike.
They try to permit it so it doesn't get overused.
Yeah, they only allow 150 people a day on their max days. We bought our tickets last night and there were 73 left. We just checked. There's still 60 spots left. So,
but this is in the middle of August. Most people will not come in the middle of August to hike this.
Yes, technically there's only 90 people supposed to be hiking out here today, so we'll see.
I'm already tired.
Yeah, we're tired. Let's go. Let's go back to the RV. Already.
Start of the trail.
Start of the trail, straight up the hill. That is crazy. It's Kanarra Falls, Lori. We can go now.
This is literally the beginning.
Oh, okay. All right, the water is super cold. Probably the coldest water we've walked in this year. I don't know, pretty cold. It's getting more and more shaded. Lori's taking off the hat, taking off the extra shirt. Yeah. Stick around, folks. We still got a lot of video to go. You never know what else we're gonna take off. I might strip down into my Speedo. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for that.
The Speedo?
Yeah. Rick Clark especially. I think George Smith too. I think he's been waiting. Rick Powell. I think all those guys weirdly want to see me in a Speedo. I don't know why. I don't know. Think their wife should be worried?
No, I think you have some good fans over there.
Love those guys. This is spectacular. Holy smokes. Check this out. So I think from here on in, we're in the river hiking. No more getting up around it. I will say that although we thought August might be a really bad time to do this hike, the temperature here in the canyon is perfect because you're completely shaded for the most part. You're walking in super cold water. I can't imagine what this water is like in June because it is freezing cold now, and with the temperature being knocked down by the shade, this whole thing would be miserable in May or June.
May and June might have more water.
Yeah.
So maybe we just with rubber boots.
Well, probably you could use rubber boots, but well, that would be the only way because I don't think you could walk in it like this because the water right now is, at first was oppressively cold. Now we're getting used to it. I think it's because our feet are frozen.
But you can feel it in your calves, like tensing.
Yeah. So it's basically just the frostbite setting in on our feet right now. We can't feel our feet anymore. It's not that bad.
It's
just
bad.
Beautiful.
If I'm doing it, it's not that bad. Because I'm usually the worst one when it comes to cold.
Well, what do you think?
Oh my god, this is just amazing. I just like was not expecting this.
Pretty incredible.
Yes.
A slot canyon with the river. That's awesome.
A mini Narrows.
Yes. Man, that stuff is fun. I love that.
One day to wear white though.
Yeah, Lori, what were you thinking? You should have wore a white top too. Maybe a white dress.
It just sounded fresh white, so.
The water is fresh enough. That's pretty cool. This is pretty crazy, Lori.
It is. But I don't think this is the trail any longer.
I think we're a little beyond the trail.
Yeah, we are.
Oh no. There we are. It's kind of looking like this is the end of the road. I don't think we'll be able to go any further. Well, we can, but that looks like a little bit much. Lori's gonna have to make that call. What do you think? That's it. Time to head back down the trail. This has been awesome. Rolling out of Kanarraville in the Kanarra Falls parking lot. It's called Kanarra Falls, but it's Kanarraville. So, I don't know. Really, really cool hike. I'm glad we did it. Lori talked me into it. I didn't want to do it.
Well, it's so hot around that pole is like, oh, we're gonna do it. It's too hot. But I have to say, it's like there's a lot of shade and you're hiking in cold water, so it really cools you off a lot. Better if you do it in the morning, I would say.
I would say better in the morning.
But it was an amazing hike. So let we stop. We were able to park here with RV with the tow, but we heard from the guy at the booth that it's unusual that there's tickets left, that it's always packed. So they sell out. So just make sure you just book them online. Yeah, book them online, book it early. And we are now hitting the road. Our next stop will be Sweet Home Las Vegas. Steamy Las Vegas. Not the right time of the year to be going here, but it's for a good reason. Yes. Lorena's interview is happening. Woo, woo. Yeah, 2 days. I have been studying. Once we are back on Interstate 15 South, we are in familiar territory. We hit towards Utah, and then in no time, we are in Arizona. One of our favorite drives in the Southwest is Interstate 15 through Virgin River Gorge, an absolutely spectacular canyon. And just like that, we are back in Nevada. Even though we are back in our former hometown of Las Vegas, it just doesn't feel like home anymore. I have to admit, Lorena, that the Shakespeare play was not near as bad as that Nutcracker thing you took me to. One is ballet, the other one is a play. Totally different things. But Paul is like, doesn't like to go and experience those things very much, but when he does, he likes them or dislike them. Not that I don't like to experience them. But the play, not the ballet, the play, he actually liked it. Yeah, the play was good. It's just the ballet. It's like 30 minutes in. I'm like, so are they not going to say a word? And Lori's like, it's a play, moron. Ballet. Yeah, it's a ballet. Yeah, that too. But anyways, I didn't know. I thought Nutcracker, they had to talk at some point, but no. But the Old English was a little bit hard to follow, but yes, I thought still really kind of cool. It was only me because English been my second language, but then they realized it was everybody. Yeah, people as they were walking out were like, I didn't really catch much of that. So, pretty cool. The hike was absolutely amazing. Kanarra Falls was great. And we can't believe for so long we were so close to it and never did it. Never heard of it. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. So I really, really enjoyed that. And then getting back, quote unquote, home to Vegas didn't really feel like home. For the very, very first time, after almost 3 years of being traveling, I think the first time that we got back, and it's like, it doesn't feel like home, like, oh, we're coming to our hometown or home. Doesn't feel that way. No. So that was new. That was new to kind of like feel. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. So this is where we're going to end this one. And if this is your first time here, it'd be awesome if you hung out with us a little bit, get to know us. And that means they have to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. It'd be equally as cool if you like the video. And we'd also like to thank our folks over at Patreon for supporting us there. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye. Bye, guys. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, guys. Bye. Thank you, folks. Guys, folks. We're going to have to, politically correct, we have to say folks, because guys means guy. I don't know. Guys, I always take as mean like people, like guys and girls. Thank you, Adventure Nation.
Yeah.
See
This
ya.
video got long just because of this last little bit.
See ya.
We're out of here. Bye now.